Our country into a third world hellhole. Book documents Ms. Coulter's well-known opinion that illegal immigration is changing America in destructive ways. Recent Pew poll on immigration asks, how should undocumented immigrants be handled? Allowed to stay legally, 72%. Should not be allowed to stay, 27%. Don't know, 2%. When it comes to reducing illegal immigration at U.S. borders, do you think there's a lot more the government can do? Yes, a lot. 51%, somewhat more, 29%, not much more, 12%. Question tonight, how should a Republican presidential nominee handle the illegal immigration issue? Here now, Ms. Coulter. So you know what I'm getting at here. Mitt Romney got his butt kicked in the Hispanic American precincts, less than 30% of the vote. President Bush, the younger, did well, and that put him over the top against Al Gore. So now, what's your advice to the Republican nominee?
That is a total cliche, completely believed by the Republican Party, and it is completely wrong. For one thing, correction, not illegal immigration. I'm talking about all immigration.
All immigration.
Yes, I am, and that poll you just cited is part of the media's effort to convince Republicans of what you just said, which is how Republicans are going to keep losing. The way Republicans win is by driving up the white vote. It is not by appealing to women or Hispanics or blacks. In fact, those groups are going to start fighting among one another. When blacks
so you would write off the
not
Hispanic American vote?
Not write off, but how about for once appealing to your base? The Democrats don't obsess on how do we get gun rights voters to support us a tiny bit more. How do we get pro-lifers to support us? Let's get a slice of the evangelicals. The Republicans have been tricked into a suicidal electoral strategy. If Romney had gotten 71% of the Hispanic vote, which, by the way, Bush didn't get. He got, what, 30?
40?
No, it was less than 40. But he didn't get 51, and if you're not getting 51%, you're losing.
Okay.
And that was turning his entire White House over into an Hispandering operation.
Here's how I see it.
Wait a second, let me just finish the one Romney thing. If Romney had won 71% of the Hispanic vote, he still loses. If he had got 4 points more of the white vote, he would have won. What should Republicans be going for?
But do you think that white voters at this point, because you might not like the Pew poll, but almost every poll says...
They're all lying. It is all part of the effort.
What do you mean they're all lying?
I will tell you, but it would be boring. I described some of them in my book. These are all deceptive polls. They are not meant to quantify opinion.
How are they deceptive?
Move. This one, I will... Usually, the way they do it is you have two options, neither of which exist in the world. Either we're putting illegal aliens in shackles, rounding them up at gunpoint, taking them across the border.
The questions
or
aren't
there are all
valid.
these hoops. In this particular poll, you get some of that. Do you want to be a nice person or are you a jerk? But the most important way they did it was by polling all adults. That includes the people polled by Jesse Waters. This is a political question.
It's not
we want likely voters.
We
don't even want registered voters.
Okay.
And they oversampled Democrats, and the questions were ridiculous.
If I'm running for president on the Republican side, here's what I do. You tell me where I'm wrong. Okay? So I say, in the Hispanic American community, there's a big traditional wing among Hispanics, all right? Traditional people who would respond to the self-reliant, smaller government message. People work hard.
No, that's the rumor. We're never going to get 51% that way.
I'm saying there's enough of those people to make it worthwhile for me to outreach.
No.
You say no.
Absolutely
Just walk away from the whole crew.
That's what Reagan did, and he won the biggest landslide in history. He got the smallest black vote of any president between LBJ and Obama. That is amazing. And he won the largest electoral landslide in history.
But back then, the Hispanics weren't as powerful.
It's not Hispanics. He was ignoring the only vote that counted, the black vote.
All right, and Coulter, everybody. When we come right back, Britt Hume on two very disturbing pieces of video.